Hi everyone. It's Mrs. Stitches or Sheila. I am in British Columbia in the house that my mom and I own. My house here is open concept. It's like a duplex. I have my half and she has her half. So right now I'm in my half and so are the birds downstairs. So I apologize for the sound of the birds in the background. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I'll watch it back, and if it is, I will wait to film again after they have left. They are going to be staying here for a week, but I just had the time by myself, was watching flosstube, got in the mood to make it, so I'm going to make the video now. So it is hot here. It is been over 30 degrees for the last 3 days, and in May that is unheard of here. Usually that's August's weather, so it's crazy hot here. So, and I did not bring summer-like weather clothes, but I'm going to show you what I got, what I've done. So I've been to Stitch North, had a great time at Stitch North. So we left, I don't even know what date we left. We left on a Monday before Stitch North. I think Stitch North started around April 27th. And we left, we had an okay time traveling. We don't like the big city traffic, so that was a little stressful, but we went through some nice places in Ontario. Hotels are super expensive. It's crazy. Stitch North was great. Had a wonderful time. Hi everybody. Hi Table 14. Hope you're all watching, or if you're not, that's okay too. Made some great friends. We're all going to return. Well, all but one, but she's got better plans. She's going to Greece, so good for her. We stitched. There was freebies there, so I stitched freebies. I met friend Michelle, or my roommate Michelle. She gifted me tons of stuff, so much stitchy kindness. I have to figure out how to get her back. But one of the things she gifted me was this, the Modern Folk Embroidery. She bought it and didn't like, if for any of you that don't know, it has choices. So you can stitch it like this, or you can stitch it like this, or you can stitch it some combination of these two. So inside it has a sort of chart where the alternatives is. So some stay the same, but some have alternatives. So it has the sort of pattern and squares where you can do alternatives. And so I'm looking through, I hold open the thing like this and pick what I want to stitch. For her, it was just too stressful making the choices. So she bought it, stitched one part of it, and then passed it on. So that was a great gift. So you're at Stitch North. What do you do but kit it up there? So I'm gonna should have gotten ready, but I didn't. And just stick that in. Make sure I don't lose my needle. Oops. Needle minder there. So I've been working on this pretty monogamously since I got it. And so I kitted it up with Roxy Floss Co. fabric called Boot Cut. I actually went up to the Evertotes desk and showed them, I mean, they obviously know the pattern already, and said, I need this kitted up. And they said, well, what colors do you like? And I said, I like blues and greens. And so they came up with the idea of boot cut. So this is boot cut. And then Carolyn said, I have a great idea. So this is all her brainchild. And so I'm using Roxy floss of Hussy for the red, and it's called Afternoon Tea for the pink. So I'm going to just I'm going to fold it up a bit, just so we don't get too much see-through action happening. This is a big piece. It will be cut when I get home. I'm just going to try leave it complete until I get down to the bottom bit. So there you can see what I'm doing. So it is so addictive. I've been stitching it nearly non-stop. but isn't that amazing? So I have just about worked my way across, and now I'm just working on the center thing and just kind of going as I feel like it. And like I said, I'm doing a mix of the original and the alternative. There you go. Absolutely a pleasure and a joy and an addictiveness stitching it. I did this in 18 count for counting's sake. And if there's no half stitches or anything like that, or fancy stitches, I just felt like picking 18 count for ease for counting. So I'm going to go through, this will probably be all over the place. I'm going to go through some of the stuff I stitched, and then I'm going to show you the haul. And yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. Kind of winging this. Just was sitting, stitching away, watching flosstube, and said, I feel like doing a flosstube myself. So as you know, I have finished my monthly goals up to July. So I've done January, February, March, April, May, June. And this is July's scheduled finish, because I'm doing a finish a month for those that don't know. And so this is, I started this, I don't know if I started it last year or the year before. It's Carol Manning's birthday cake. And so I am getting close to 50%. So I use this as my stitch across the country. So, did lots of stitching on it across the country. And I think it's just about 50%. So I'll just bring it in a little bit closer. I started off, this is, I think B5200. And I didn't like how close it looked to the white of the fabric. So over here, I switched to ecru. Now you can kind of see the difference, but it's not too obvious. So I haven't decided yet. I'm going to go over kitty corner. So one corner would be B5200, one corner would be B5200, like they'd be kitty cornered each other. So I'm going to do kitty corner, but if it's not too obvious, I might continue with the ecru, but we'll see. So that is my birthday cake by Carol Manning. Great stitch for in the car because you get big blocks. Like these are, these big, huge diamonds are, I think, 41 stitches. So as long as you just know where to put it, you get the color out, especially when you get diamond, 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 diamond. So I was pretty much doing 500 stitches a day. So that was sort of my goal. And I did it until I got here and I got going on reaching skyward and haven't touched it as all I've been working on. Okay, so I'm going to show you some other stuff. I got it all piled down here. Before I left, I got caught up on my Dark Queen of the Earth. This was for the month of April. So May has come out and I haven't done that yet. But this is my Dark Queen of the Earth. So we had options on her face. I went with the original, but her eyes were different on the original, so I changed the eyes. And I kind of like it. I still can backstitch her face a bit more to bring out her nose and maybe her lips. But her eyes, she has kind of a serious look on her face. Like, really, what are you guys doing to the earth? Really? I'm not too happy with y'all. But isn't she gorgeous? So the next part, I believe, is her arms. And I'm going to backstitch to the very end just because to sort it out. So I think the next part is her arms and maybe a bit of her chest. So that's my Dark Queen of the Earth, and I just love her. So almost caught up on her. Of course, May's come out, and I haven't done that one yet. And I'm worried I lost the needle on that and the needle minder. I'm going to just go through what I brought because I'm not sure what I've showed you before. So I brought with me another Modern Folk embroidery, the Sal from 2020, I'm not sure, Fruits of Plenty. I'm going to just stick the needle in the fabric so it doesn't get lost. Okay, so I don't think I've showed you this, but I got this one done last. So I got 3 blocks left and I want to have 2 blocks done before December month. So I still got time and I might just, so the latest one I did was this one down here. And so I kind of don't like starting another designers before I haven't finished the one before, but I couldn't resist having a retreat start. So anyways, and these are kind of in the same vein with a, so you see this one I've done is like these are DMCs, sort of dark burgundy and a light blue. And then if you look at Reaching for a Sky, it's also a dark burgundy but a light pink. And so I think that's kind of, they'll be actually quite complementary. So I think that's pretty neat. Okay, I'm gonna just put away a bit so I don't have too much chaos. Well, I'm gonna just place it on top. Next, I know I got lots done on this because prior to the retreat start, this was the one I was addicted to before. So this is, I'll show you the pattern. Huckleberry Farm by Blue Flower. And I have done, I'm not sure, well, you'll see. I think I got a page and a bit done. So that's how much I've done. I have changed colors a bit, so I'm using my own colors, but you can see the house is a bright yellow house. Our house is yellow, not that bright yellow. We like that bright yellow. Got a bit of the border, and I got my bear there. I did my own little mix of browns. And that's my Blue Flower. This is on Picture This Plus, 18 count. I think it's called Lily Pad. So that's the whole of it. So, and again, I think it only goes about that much further. So I'm going to have extra, and I'll just cut that off when I get my border and want what I want for a margin. So like I said, that was my addiction before. I haven't worked on this for this month yet, but I did do some before I came out. This is, I'm going to just show it to you in the plastic. This is Glendon Place Witch's Wheel. And I'm not going to do any editing on this. I'm going to just load it because I'd have to use my mom's computer, and I just for you. So I am just about 50% done on this too. So I just got a little bit over here, and I'll be 50% done. So my plan for this is to finish all the stitching before October, and then I'm doing beads only in October to finish it up. So that is a very fun stitch. Okay. Next is, and because I can't remember when I filmed so long ago, a regular floss tube, not sure what I've shown you or not, so apologies if there's repeats, but I don't think there is. This is, I meant to show this to Cheryl from Tiny Modernist. She was at the retreat. She was super busy, and I just never really got a chance. But I bought this the year before at Stitch North 2022, and this is called Moon Phase by Tiny Modernist. And so I did it on a nice purple fabric, and oops. Got lots of hanging threads. It's all crinkled because it's been in the bag. But let me just fold it a bit, and maybe I'll use the pattern itself as the backing. So there you go. So I've been working on it every full moon. I missed this month's full moon. So I'm not sure if I'm going to send this back with my husband or not. I might just do that because I'm way ahead on this anyways. My goal is to finish this before the end of the year, which I think I will. And the other one I did, I don't think I've actually had much progress. You can actually hear Bond actually saying words. He just said, "Take care, bye." This is Pointed Fifth. I did get some work on it done now. I realize that I haven't shown you. This, I bought the fabric the year before at Stitch North and was gifted the floss from Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. And so this is wrinkly. Sorry, but this is, I'm trying to work my way up to the upper left-hand corner, but this is the Pointed Fifth with a center start. So this is the center start, and I did most of this since I've last seen you. So it is on a 40 count, I believe, Back in the Saddle by Roxy Floss Co. And the floss is hand dyed by Rolanda. I think it's called Wintergreen. And I'm stitching 1/2, 40 count. It's my only 40 count. I'm becoming a big girl. My Reaching for the Skies is my first time stitching 1/1 with 18 count. And the reason why is because it's Roxy Floss Co. And for monetary reasons, I decided to do one strand, and it's working out pretty good. So I'm actually pretty pleased with that. I guess Roxy Floss Co. is just slightly thicker, because normally 18 count I would always use 2 strands, but you can, I believe you can just do 1 or 2. It's your preference of what coverage you want. That's one of my starts I'm going to start. Okay, that's what I brought with me, I believe, except I did bring 2 starts. Now I'm doing a start a month too after I've done my finish. So because I already got all I get to do a start in May, which was the Reaching for the Skyward, and I get to do one in June. May or may not start it here, but I did bring 2 with me. One is probably the one I'm going to do, and it's just fabric and floss that you're going to see. But this is the fabric. I bought it in 2022, Stitch North. It's called, I think it's Mozzie Day. No, it's Teutons. Teutons. Teutons is it's something you eat. And we did try them. I think they're dumpling-like, but I can't remember if they're dumpling or pastry. But we specifically went out, and I believe I'm pronouncing it. It's spelled Touton, Teuton. But anyway, so this is Teuton by Brynna Needle. Brynna Needle is a Newfoundland. She was at the Stitch. I bought this the year before. She was there this year too. She actually went to both weekends. I love her fabric. I love the names and all her floss. I bought some floss. You'll see it in the fabric in the stash, or haul rather. And she names them all with Newfoundland colloquialisms or sayings or things. So I was going to stitch on this with this floss, which is hand dyed by Rolanda, and it does not have a name. That's hand dyed by Rolanda. So I bought that and never used it for anything. So I'm going to put that on this, and I'm going to do Modern Folk Embroideries Bernard's Birds, book Birds, something like that. So I got it as a PDF. So, and my other choice, which I don't think I'll do, but you never know, was supposed to be my start at the retreat the year before. It was, I won it by Janet Jabber in a giveaway, and it's by the Sweetheart Tree, and it's called Don't Bug Me When I'm Stitching, and it's full kit. And so got all the kit fabric and the beads, and I think there's buttons. Yeah, there's a button and needles. And I was going to do a center start, and it started with back stitching, and it just confused me. So I didn't start it in that scenario. So that's my other choice. Those were the 2 I brought thinking I needed 2 starts, but then bought one and started something different. So sorry for the birds. They are loud. It's because I'm talking. Try to talk a bit quieter. Okay, so haul. There's a lot. So first and foremost, I pre-ordered this. This is by Kaylee, the Sewing Shop, and it is a full kit. And so the kit is like this. It's got a vinyl front, and this is going to be my birthday start, so July start. And it's my first kit by her. So the Sewing Shop, and that's what it's going to be. It's full coverage, obviously. And she's the sewing shop, Kaylee. It's not focusing, but the sewing shop. And so she gave me a printed version. She asked me which I wanted, PDF or printed version. I want to try the printed version, just for power outages and just to have less devices. All the floss, it's all DMC, of course. And she tells you all the DMC numbers. All comes on these floss cards with all the symbols and the, so there's like 6 cards here, I think, of all the colors. Very long. And hi. That was Bond. Hi. And this will be my first time using gridded fabric. So it's a 25 count Easy Guide fabric. So I'll be stitching that. I'll look at the instructions again, but I believe it is 1/1. So, and if I don't like the coverage and want to do 2/1, I know what the DMC is, so I can just boost up my floss. So we'll see. I'll do a test spot to see how that is. Okay, I just have to get a paper bag here. Oh, sorry, that's loud. That is loud. Okay. I bought by Sheba Designs. Oh, shoot. Just a minute, I'm going to pause. Okay, that's better. So I bought from Sheba Designs some her bags. They had special Stitch North bags, which I missed out. I didn't see. And also had a coupon, which I didn't use. Oops. But I'll still use it in the future. But anyway, so these were, I saw these, and they're Teresa Kogut fabric, which goes great with my Halloween book by Teresa Kogut. So I just love those. And it comes with thread bed. Well, you pay extra. That was a good deal on the thread bed too. So, and then I bought another one that was bees. And oops. And then I just shoved in there a couple of our stuff that came from our swag bag. We got a little maple leaf candy. The stitching shop gave me a nice card that thanked me, and she was very sweet. And she's doing she was there stitching too. She had her shop, I think, for one day. She is doing a massive, big project. I can't remember how big it is, but I'll try and tell you next time. One of my table mates, Table Gifts, gave this. It's really cool for when I do smalls, which I'll be doing next year for sure. And it holds your pattern and then clips onto your Q-snap and holds your pattern. So that is awesome. Thank you, Lorna, very much. That's great. I went around and met people, and so I met this wonderful woman, and she put her tag on here so I can remember her, but Cindy from Texas, and it's like a floss ring with a little hook on it, so a little handmade sewn little like tag or loop to put it on a bag or something like that. So that's great. That's beautiful. We were given Roxy Floss Co. floss with our swag bag. This is to stitch a pattern, which I'm going to just put it aside and I'll show you with the pattern. The sewing shop, so all the vendors are very, very generous. And so the sewing shop gave to our, oops, I can't open it. I'll have to cut it, but we all got different needle minders. So this one is, oh, grr. Let's see if this will work. That works a bit better. So it's Canada stamp. They were all different. And so a stamp in resin needle minder. We got like a little sort of gift bag with some buttons and a 2023 pin. And this is where my 20% off, which I didn't use, but I can use in the future, so I'll just have to buy Shiba Designs. We got like we got a Freddy Frog pin from the Canadian Stitchery. We got from Rocky Mountain Needle House a little needle minder. She had a shop there too, so I bought some more needle minders. We got from Pastime Pieces, which had also a shop there. They had tons of stuff. Another ring with A, and a candy. My table mate Lorna again gave us this wonderful needle book with needles in it. That's just great. And some, I don't know what you call these. They're just like little zipper pulls or tags, or you put them on your, what do you call them? Like scissor fobs and things like that. So that's great. And it's magnetic, which closes on its own. That's super. I went to a table and it was a net, and oh, yeah, I should have looked at my notes first. Two people, they were sitting right in the table next to me, and she gave me this little, it's called a Smart Fox threader, and it's on my reaching, it's been on my Reaching for Sky whole time. Oh, it's over here. How cute is that? It is just adorable, and it really matches. This is our Stitch North needle minder, which I've been using the whole time. They kind of actually match, so that's great. Thank you, everybody. And this is just a card of Brynna Needle from Newfoundland. Oh, it's fuzzy. My camera, I tell you. I got things which I don't even know who they were from, and I apologize. There's so much going on, but this beautiful floss drops with a little sort of fob jewelry. Very nice. And then this one is from Gamma's Treasures. She came by our table and gave us some of her floss cards too. I'll have to start doing more of that, get things kitted up with floss cards. From the free, oh no, that's something I bought. That's food, it's not to do with this. En route, I picked up some rings that were super cheap at Salvation Army. And then from the freebie table, I picked up one of these, which is sort of like you can stitch in it type thing. So I used this last year for my smalls exchange. This year I didn't do a smalls exchange. From the freebie table, but I bypassed the freebie table because it was my, one of the people at my table was going to give it to the freebie table, is some fabric. This is 40 count porcelain by Roxy Floss Co. So I'm doing 40 again. So she couldn't see the 40, and I'm going to give the 40 a try. I seem to be doing okay with it as long as the light's good and my eyes are good. So I got more 40, and I got patterns, so we'll see what I do on it. Okay. So like I said, I was actually pretty good this year. I don't know how much money I spent, but there were certain, I tried to hit every vendor. I probably didn't quite make it, but I tried my best. So I went to Brynna Needle and got this piece of beautiful fabric. It's a small piece. It's called Old Fashioned Rose. It's 28 count. The birds. And then I love this one too. Oops, there's some hanging threads. This one is called Sunrise, also by Brynna Needle. Beautiful. That is an 18 count. Just reminds me of like a Sherbird or something. I just love it. And then I got, this one is 36 count Edinburgh, and it's called Puddle. And I just always think you can always use a nice light blue. It just goes with so many patterns. It's just very handy to have some. And then my friend Michelle gifted me, this is a Gamma Treasures bag. Thank you, Michelle. Oh, I left it downstairs. She gifted me another project bag with the Reaching for a Sky that is gorgeous. And I will show that to you for next time for sure. It's got a nautical theme on it and it's just gorgeous. Inside this, I've put some of my, with our whole, I think it was when we bought, there was a Stitch North kit. You got, you could get one free skein from Roxy Floss Co. So you just go to the thing. So I got this for my year in the woods. I'm going to use it for either the raccoon, the ferret, or both. And then at Brin and Needle, I just went and bought some floss. So I will just tell you the colors as I go through them. So this one is called Turnt, T-U-R-N-T. This one is Mabon, M-A-B-O-N. And I was thinking of using that for Year in the Woods for the bear. This one is called Spiled Rotten, S-P-I-A-L''D-R-O-T-T-E-N, Spiled Rotten. This one is Gentle Jesus, What a Fright. Gentle Jesus, What a Fright. It's spelled gentle, G-J-E-E-Z-I-S, W-A-T-T-A-F-A-Y-T. Gentle Jesus, What a Fright. I cannot pronounce it very, but it's gorgeous. And this one's called Sailor's Delight. So I'll just show you these all again because they are just beautiful. So I'm not sure what I'll use them in, but I will find something just gorgeous. Just love their floss. Okay, and then we were given, I'm not sure where I've actually stitched it. Oh, it might be there. Oh, no, it's not. We were given a pattern. I will find it and show you because this is not going to help you. I went to Rocky Mountain House and got 2 needle minders. So they're good magnets. It does not focus. I'm sorry. So Save the Bees and then a black cat. So they're gorgeous. I try to focus and it just doesn't do it. I don't know how other people do it, but I think the best thing is when I put a white background up. Some more needle cards. This one is Boss Stitchers with Jane and Chris. Boss Stitchers with Jane and Chris. And they have Instagram. Don't know if they have a floss tube or not. And this one says Just Stitching Along. Frustrates me. Stupid camera. I just got to stop trying. Okay. They did different giveaway or swag bags for the different weeks. So if you actually went to both, you probably got 2 different things completely. They give you a couple free stitches and they were completely different. These 20 from Kari, Uncanny Kari, included this card with just some of the artwork. That's Uncanny Kari's original art. Tiny Moderners gave us a small stitch, which says 1 stitch at a time. Freebie table, I got another thing called Coffee Please. I pre-ordered a kit from Modern Folk Embroidery. If you want to know more about this, you really should watch either Off the Grid Needle Arts or Between Two Whips. She explains this well. So it's a collaboration with 1884 Stitchery, I believe. And what it is it's based on this sort of 9-panel quilt thing. So with our kit, we got this little small bag made by Evertotes. They're all different. So you could say what colors you preferred or if you didn't like something. And when you got there, if you didn't like it, you could actually exchange. But I liked mine, so, and I'm not one to exchange. We got the floss, Roxy Floss Co. I haven't taken it out of the bag yet. I'm going to leave it until I start. Fabric, which is Panettone. I think I got 28 count even weave. Looks like a fairly good sized piece. And then the chart. The chart you had to go up separately because I think there was a delay in the actual delivery of the chart. So the chart for that one is, I believe it's this one. I have two charts from 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers. Sorry, I said the wrong one. So I think, oh, I'm not sure which one. So, yeah, I'm not sure. So we were given two. I think it's this one. I think this is small. So I think it's this one. And it is titled About to Take Wing. And so the actual stitch is this down here. And so the way this is working is there's 9 squares, but you would actually, I think there's going to be 5 patterns that come out, and you would do it sort of like the pattern, the way they've done this. So you could do it however you want, but you could do 1 in the center, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then you could have fabric in between. You're making it like a patchwork quilt. And the idea is that you even do different counts or different fabrics on each section. So they came out at Stitch North with the first one, which ideally would be in the center, but it's up to you. It's all based on a sampler, and they show the sampler. I don't think we see it here, the whole sampler, but, and yeah, so you just kind of do it, and they're going to release them, I think every month, the 5 patterns. I'm not positive on that. Again, go to Evertotes, it's all explained there. And I think this will be released, it was an exclusive, but then it's released a couple months later. So this is the first one. Like I said, and it's about to take wing. And then they gave us a freebie in our swag bag, and this is called Sing After the Storm. And it is this up here. So again, some birds. Sing After the Storm. So it's 1897 Schoolhouse Stitchery. She had amazing, amazing samplers. We were also given a gift, a freebie, and I think this is from Schoolhouse Stitchery too. We had our choice of which one we wanted. So I picked this one. And this is Shakespeare's Peddler, my first. Throw Wide the Windows. Throw Wide the Windows. I got from, D20 Stitches. I got, she had pre-orders, so I pre-ordered Toonies. Toonies is our Canadian $2 coin. It was named after the loonie. The loonie was our $1 coin, which had a loon on it. And we came out with a $2 coin, so everyone calls them Toonies. So this is Toonies. And then I also got, this is called the Beverly Glen Sampler, and it's Dee's 20s. It's based on a lot of stuff which she grew up with. So there's different motifs of her growing up, or they growing up. Sorry, excuse me, that was bad. About they growing up, and so it's I might change it a little bit, but that I couldn't resist seeing that. Whenever you see the model stitch, oh my gosh, they look so much better than just the pictures. So when I saw the model stitch, I had to do it. Michelle Bendy Stitchy Designs gave us a freebie that I'm not going to show you because it's only the pattern, but it is, You Should Sit With Us. It's going to be a great get weird. It's going to get weird, and it's just some birds. But it's a nice stitch. I will do that stitch, and you will see it then. we were in our swag bag, had this, and that was, I don't know if you remember the red floss I had at the start. That's what this was for. So 2020 Stitch North and A. I believe this was in our swag bag too. So this was another vendor there called another, or Textured Treasures. I thought it was Textured Textiles, but Textured Treasures. They're from Ontario. And so we were given this freebie, which has got some specialty stitches in it, but it's called Celtic Millennia. And then I went to their booth and bought this one because I saw the model stitch and it just looked amazing. So this one is called Celtic Mosaic. So nice to have the two. I bought from Michelle a D-stash, and so she brought it to me. This is Blackbird Designs. What Remains is Love. What Remains is what it's called. Stitch X MD just showed this on her floss tube. She just finished it. So nice and quiet now. And then this was at the freebie table too. The freebie table was like, what did they call it? Like feeding time at the zoo or something. It was like when it was open, everyone was just like, whoo! And there were so many amazing design, amazing patterns, so much to go through. So because I'd already gotten some, I just picked up one because I've never had a cricket collection. So I just picked this up, a cricket collection, and it is the cross-eyed cricket collection called Infant Oaks. And the neat thing about Oaks is when I went to school here in Nanaimo, we have Gary Oaks, and I was taking an entomology course, and there is a larvae that gets inside the acorns, and it's kind of killing the trees. But because we were studying insects, we wanted to collect them. So we went out to a spot and we're collecting all our acorns looking for these larvae. I think it's flies that they're larvae of. But so it's kind of cool. I've always liked oaks. I think they're really neat. So I was very pleased with that. And that's it, I believe. The only thing, I'm going to just pause for a second and get the stitch that we did, which was given in our swag bag from Bryn & Needle. So just one moment. So this was our week's, the first week's stitch, and there's lots of creativity on this because I did lots of mistakes, but I made it a bit longer and added my name to make it into a name tag, and did some errors on some funkiness of the trees, and some funkiness in the border and all sorts of things. Another lady, and I did not get her name at all, hand made all of these and had enough for everybody. You could pick whatever color. She went around with a basket full of them and said, pick whatever color you want. Can tie it to a project bag so it still has a long string. Do whatever. I pinned it, of course, to my name tag, but I'll probably put it on a project bag eventually, and I'll probably put this on a project bag. I'll probably make another name tag next year that's a bit smaller because that was a pretty big one, but it worked. So always with Stitch North, the first thing I do is stitch the freebie. So far, Bryn & Needle's always had like a little package with the floss, the fabric, and the pattern. And so, the garbage truck's coming by. And so that's what my first goal. So there was 3 of us at our table. We kind of made it into a contest to who would get it done first. I came in 3rd. Yay! And oh, sorry. It's gone now. That was the garbage truck. Sorry. That was noisy. But anyway, so yeah, I came in 3rd and then made it into my name tag. I'm very pleased about that. So just so you know who I am. And I think I'm not sure what the next Stitch North stitch was. I can't remember. I'm going to be guessing wrong. But yeah, it was a great time. Then just a little bit of life update. After that, we had to try to beat a weather system. So some weather system got stalled out over Toronto, and it was going to be a lot of rain. There was lots of words about flooding, potential flooding. And so at first we kind of wanted to take our time leaving Brampton to try to, hopefully the rain was going to go by. It didn't. Traffic was insane. And so we drove, and first day, I'm going to get this all wrong. We got just outside of Sault Ste. Marie. And as we're driving, like we're following Google Maps to this, it was called the resort. We turn off the highway, and there's this flood water on the road, and it was probably almost half a block long of a river going across the road. Another vehicle was going the opposite way and drove right through, and so we're like, oh, okay, we could see how deep it was and thought we'd be fine, although it was a truck and we're a SUV. But we went through, we are fine, but we're just, as it's long ways off the highway, and we're like, where are we going? What is this place? And husband's not feeling very good about this. It's raining, it's been a stressful day, it's getting late. We get to it, and it's just a fantastic place. We happen to hit it in off season. So they have a summer big season, and then the winter it's hunting. But we were right at spring, so we were off season, got the last day of winter rates, and so that was great. And yeah, we had a log cabin, and it was just a really nice day, and a great restaurant by ourselves, and just a lovely time. And turns out that Google Maps just takes you a bad way. There's actually a better way to go. You turn off the highway earlier, you're on a secondary highway, it's absolutely all perfectly fine. So next we then drove, and I think it was still maybe raining, and we got to Wawa. It takes forever to get through Ontario. Just, it's such a big province, and it's just, so we were heading north and we got to Wawa. Did you know that Wawa is the, I'm not sure which language, it's one of the native, first, the indigenous, one of their languages, there's many languages, for goose. And so Wawa, and we stayed there, and we're in again another cabin, which was awesome. Just one moment.